Yanni here with Marine Connection, and we are on board the Blackfin 302 today. Now, it's been a little bit since the 302 came out, and it's one boat that our customers can't stop talking about. They love how solid this boat is, and we're going to take a little bit closer look at it and show you what she's all about. Now, there is almost nothing on the water that looks like a Blackfin. They are striking in design and yet very elegant. Blackfin is a premium brand for us, and what justifies that premium, it's not just the construction, which is impressive, but everything really starts at the design and engineering phase. And when I describe Blackfin to customers, it's an engineering company. So there are so many details in these boats where traditional manufacturer might grab an off-the-shelf component, whereas Blackfin invests countless hours into designing and engineering so many functional pieces on these boats. And when we're doing the first walkthrough of a new model, it's Blackfin's engineering team that's taking me on a tour through those boats because they are so proud of what they have accomplished. And these things, they aren't just bells and whistles that look great, they are really functional design details that make a difference when you're out on the boats. So there's a lot I like about the 302. Let's take a little bit closer look and see what she's all about. Now, whether you're boarding the boat from the dive door or the transom, you're gonna notice as a first impression, the fit and finish, the lids, the hinges, and the deeper you go in the boat, the more apparent that comes as you start opening compartments and notice the three-piece construction and the finished compartments. You know, a lot of what I like about the 302 is just carries on from the 272 Blackfin. That's the great use of a swim platform out back, something that's really functional. You could walk around there. You're not really trying to jump over the engines. And then you've got this massive space at the rear of the boat, rear of the cockpit. That's in part thanks to the clever design of this bait prep station, the storage compartments you have in here, the slide out cooler. And that's really nice that you have a removable cooler. A lot of boats nowadays are going away from them, but I personally like having a removable cooler. Take it into the kitchen, fill it up, bring it out. It's easy. You aren't lugging everything onto the boat, you know, one by one. Tackle storage on the side there. And then look at this massive hardtop. Look how beefy all the components are. You know, it's a large hardtop, it's long, it's got a really nicely designed three-sided windshield with a full width vent. As we come down from there, again, styling-wise, there really isn't anything on the market that looks like a Blackfin. I don't know how to describe the helm. You know, is it a command center? Is it something, you know, out of a military vehicle? Whatever it is, it's awesome, that I'll say. The design placement of like the joysticks, the switches, really nothing's been an afterthought. Everything's been planned from day one of, you know, when these boats started to take shape. And it all works. It's comfortable to use. You can spend hours there. Seats themselves, you know, when you look at the seating on the Blackfins, you know, the use of materials, the use of the canvas here for the helm pad, I mean, it just goes above and beyond a lot of boats out on the market. So continuing with things I love from the 272, this side entry into the head, it swings forward. Great engineering piece, gives you plenty of space to walk through, wide door, and then you've got a very well laid out head in there. Wraparound cushions up here. One of my favorite details is these pull-out, really heavy-duty backrests. And the reason I like them is when you stow them away, they disappear. It's not an afterthought like some other boats out there. And then speaking of not an afterthought, upholstery on this boat. Premium materials, soft touch, durable, very nice patterns to them. Like I said, they don't feel like an afterthought. One of my favorite details though when it comes to cushions is the ability to open compartments without having to remove the cushions. So on, when you start looking at the value-oriented segment of the market, and we're doing a lot of videos out here, sometimes 3-4 boats in a day, when you have to remove the cushions and then try to squeeze your hand out in there, put the snaps on, it gets old after a while, and it also will just, cut up your hands. So I do appreciate how easy to open the compartments are, that little extra piece of engineering and design into the cushions, the simple one-handed latches to open the compartments, gas shock assisted. Again, just a great product. Fit, finish, features aside, let's talk power and ride. So power, we've got the option of Mercury 300s or 400s. 300s did a great job on this boat, but if you're a performance fan, you want a little bit more, 400s will serve you well. I mentioned earlier that this is a little bit heavier boat than what you're gonna find if you start looking at 30 footers in general, and it really serves it well. You've got a fantastic ride, and I think my friend Henry, who I called the other day, no one knows Blackfins like he does. He spends a ton of time on them. He loves the boats. He said it best that no matter which size Blackfin you're looking at, dollar for dollar, you cannot beat the ride. You get just like you're getting a premium product, you're really getting that premium ride. You're gonna be more comfortable out there. If you're out there all day and conditions turn, you're gonna be more comfortable than you simply would in other boats. You're gonna have more confidence in the product. So definitely, if this is something you're looking at, premium 30 footer, no compromises. I mean, what you're getting for your dollar, I don't think there's much out there in terms of competitors. Blackfin does certain things a lot better than some of the traditional companies out there. That's how I personally feel. But again, get out on one, experience it out on the water. If you're here in South Florida, give our team a call. They'll set you up with the captain, spend a few hours out there testing it through the conditions you want to test it in. Marine Connection, I'm Yanni. Remember, life's better on your boat. One more thing, between factory discounts and dealer incentives, I think you'll be really surprised what all you get with the Blackfin without paying a whole lot for it. Take a look.